What's up, guys? Brian Sugar Fitness, and I'm really happy. And as in the other video, as I was talking about anabolic steroids, how they stunt the growth of your muscles, the they prevent the natural process of breaking down your food. That they don't need that. They just need to make sure that your muscle fibers grow, which this is really important. It's only going to grow so much before it needs nutrition to fall back on, and again, it's going to increase testosterone levels, and you're going to gain no muscle mass from it. The thing is, you're just going to keep the same vascularity you have. You're going to keep the same muscle that you have. You're going to keep all these things. You're not going to really grow, develop, and that's the main thing about this. But in this video, guys, so getting ready from all that stuff, we're going to talk about Pectus excavatum. Pectus excavatum. I call my lady by the madam. As we walk to the park, and as I heard my dog bark, I got out my car, I got out my cat, and my eyes did they bat. I put on my happy face. I made sure that. But okay, let's stop, guys. This is not a Broadway comedy. This is not a Broadway sing along. So we're gonna stop this. Now we're gonna talk about Pectus excavatum. Although you're sinking pecs, your major and minor pectoralis, and many people think that it's just going to be affecting your pecs. Maybe affecting your sternum. Your sternum is right here in between your pec major, pectoralis minor. And how do we really fix this? The quick fix behind this, the quick fix series that I'm hosting on here, along with the truth series that I'm hosting on here too, that I'm making just to be more creative and get more videos across to you guys. So instead of doing exercises, if you were to do double dumbbell twist, so you're getting dumbbells and you just now, so let's say you're sitting down in posterior posture. You're making sure that you're interacting your abs, your transverse abdominis, which is the major thing, because that is just below the pelvis region, your transverse abdominis, and it builds up from the rectus abdominis to the linea elbow, which separates your abs and the whole abdominal structure. So let's talk about how do we really fix this without doing butterflies. I just want to sit and I wish you give me butterflies inside. Let's see another one. Nobody's mine. I'm gonna tell you right. Just show your face. Broad day and night. I'm telling you, no matter how I feel, I'm gonna hurt your mind. Don't shoot to kill. Come on, get on me. I'm giving you an Gandhi. Just throw your stuff, or let it be. I forgot the rest. I'm bad. Because I'm bad. Just know I'm really bad. Okay, let's get away from that. I watched that video a couple times today. Never make me stay, so take the weight off of me. I know your every move, so won't you just let me be? I've been here times before, but I was too blind to see. I used to do 7 million, this time you want to do 3. So we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be lying on the scapula. We're going to be lying on the shoulder and the deltoids, making sure that you're stretching back, that you're doing these repetitions, you're getting dumbbells, and that you're stretching back. You can even do this with the resistant band, is when you're pulling on it, you're gripping on it, and you're pulling your thumbs backwards. So you're pulling your thumbs backward like that. So your pectoralis major and pectoralis minor, they can adjust, they can stretch and they can build, they can get more together, and your sternum is really going to fix your sternum. And along with these exercises, as we're talking about, these many variations of exercises that we do with the dumbbells. And if you do dumbbell presses, the thing about that is that if the weight falls in dumbbells, if you do butterflies, the thing about this, and you have Pectus excavatum, let's say the weight falls, that ruptures your sternum. Your coastal cartilage is going to be affected by that. Your bone anatomy is going to be affected by that. And your neck, your sternocleidomastoid, your sternohyoid, your thyrohyoid, your amohyoid inferior, and your amohyoid superior, that your scalene, that your splenius capitis is going to be really affecting this, because if it falls, the major thing is going to be affecting your back, the impact that the sternum gets, and then it's going to really affect your shoulder blades. Because the thing about that is, when the weight, let's say, so I'm gonna try to demonstrate, like, I'm gonna get an icicle as you see right here, and let's say it fell on my chest, and then when something falls on us, we have this usual, it's basically human nature, but when something falls on us, we have a tendency to lean back. So a teres major and teres minor, AC joints and SC joints, and our subscapularis, the things is that we're usually relying on the shoulder blades to extend back. And the thing about this is, when they extend back and they push against each other, it's going to be so much pressure that I think you're probably going to have postural impingement when your shoulder blades, they're popping, and that's a major difficulty. And you usually have to stand up in posterior posture, get your posture correct, not getting anterior pelvic tilt, or just leaning out your transverse abdominis and getting transverse protraction from that. And I just wanted to explain this, guys. So the best thing is to, again, stretch your pectoralis major, your pectoralis minor. Do exercises, do back exercises that's really going to benefit, and do push-ups that not interacting with your biceps or triceps, when it's mainly helping this one muscle group. So we're isolating all other muscles, and we're just doing this muscle. And as we do push-up, you'll make sure that you get your feet, make sure that they're really far from your abdominal structure, as I would say. And the thing about that is that many people, they hang their butts out, their glutes out, and they don't do a correct pull-up. They don't do a correct push-up, and they usually just go like that. And that's really going to be affecting your back, your cervicothoracic vertebrae. It's going to be affecting your spinosus, your ilicostosis. It's going to be affecting your longissimus. It's going to be affecting your atlas, which is in the back anatomy, teres major, teres minor. It's going to be affecting all that stuff. I want to make sure, guys, that you do push-ups, you do every exercise, and you make sure that you're interacting your major and minor pectoralis to stop Pectus excavatum from it to fully damage your sternum. And that's the major thing I want to be talking about, guys. In this video, I want to make sure that you guys get this message across that I'm trying to send to you. And I really do. I make sure that in every one of my videos that it's correct. The one I'm teaching is not just something I read off the internet. It's something that I know about, that I've experienced myself. And a major thing is that even the pull-up, you can use your chest to kind of push up when you're hanging on a ball. When you're hanging on the bar, the pull-up bar, you're pushing your chest up. And as you're doing that, you're getting your neck up to the bar, a little bit past the bar, and your chest is hitting the pull-up bar. So this is going to... The thing about this, though, is that it's more of an inward than outward movement that we would usually interact our shoulders and our major and minor pectoralis with. So I recommend using back exercises. Pull back your back. Practicing pulling back your back. Get resistant band. Pull back your back. And see your shoulder blade. Now, the major thing is you want to make sure that your shoulder blades they can support your back, can support your major and minor pectoralis, which is the major thing in Pectus excavatum, is that your shoulder, your back cannot usually support it, leading to putting all the pressure and the tension. You're putting all that isometric tension, building tension without muscle contraction, and it's putting all that on the sternum. That's not a good thing because the sternum is biocostal cartilage. It's going to be affecting that. And I really want to make sure. And the thing about that is a major and minor pectoralis. Where do they connect to? They connect to our serratus, and that layer connects to our abs. It connects to our back, our teres major, teres minor, AC joint, your SC joint. It connects to your subscapularis, so it's really major. In your clavicle, your clavicular structure, your acromion and your acromials, which again has to do with your clavicular structure, which is again your collarbone. And this is the end of the video for today, guys. And I really just want to make sure that you fix your pectus excavatum. If you do have some, and if you're doing exercises that are really dangerous for your sternum, kind of closing in your sternum, and for it to fall, put all the pressure there, it's going to make it so that your back mobility, how you're able to function, to stop anatomic. You're going to be more in anatomic postures, which is a standard posture which you're sitting in, your body just tends to give. And the thing about this is that you're making it hard. You're putting all the pressure on your cervical and thoracic vertebrae. You're not equalizing it. You're not putting it on your tailbone, and you're not putting it on your thoracic or cervical vertebrae in your spinal cord. You're just putting it on your thoracic and cervical vertebrae, which is again really bad. And I really want to make sure that you guys learn from this. And bye, guys. Brian Secker Fitness here, and looking good, ladies.